guys, I am here with a book haul for the first half of September. I got to go to some really awesome author events, so I bought some books there, and I got some good books for review, so let's get into this. So Stephanie Perkins came to town, and I was able to pick up a finished copy of Isla, which I loved. I got it signed, and Stephanie is just so lovely, and I love these books so much, so it was really nice to be able to see her again. Then Sarah J. Maas, Susan Dennard, Tiffany Schmidt, and Elizabeth Norris came into town. So I bought finished copies of Crown of Midnight and Heir of Fire. I freaking love this series. Throne of Glass is the first one if you've never heard of it. It is awesome fantasy series that I just love so much, and everybody needs to read it. And I'm not even really like a huge fantasy reader, so happy to get these two in their finished form. And then I picked up the last book of Susan Dennard series, which I love. I had the other two, so I bought this one and got it signed. Next up, I will be talking about what I got for review so far this month. First up, The Young Elites by Marie Lu. This book was so good. So good. So good. I can't even tell you. It is a fantasy, and the main character is like kind of a villain a little bit. Not like villain, pure villain, but kind of an anti-hero. She's not always great, but you still root for her, and I felt like it was just such an action-packed book. I couldn't put it down. I need book 2, which is an issue because book 1, this one, doesn't even come out till October. So yeah, I need book 2 now. So make sure this is on your list. I loved the Legend series, but I really like this one too. I don't know which one's my favorite. We'll see as this series goes on, but this was a really strong start. Stay With Me by Jennifer Armentrout, writing as Jaylyn. I have actually never read any of her books. I know. I feel like as a blogger and a booktuber, this is like, makes me kind of a unicorn because I've not read a single one. This is her contemporary romance series, companion-y novel thing, and so I think I am going to give them a chance before I dive into her paranormal stuff because that's not always my forte, but contemporary, that is. The next one is Words and Their Meaning. I love this cover. I love it. I haven't really heard much about this. It's about a girl whose uncle, who is like the most important person in the world to her, tragically passes away. And she gets a note about a year later that suggests that maybe she didn't quite know her uncle the way she thought that she did. And then I think her grandfather gets sick too. I don't know. So it deals a lot with loss and grief and secrets, I think. I don't know. I'm planning on reading this soon. It sounds great. Next up is The Bodies We Wear, which I have never heard of until it showed up here. It's from Random House, and it is pitched as Kill Bill meet The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which I like both of those things, so I'm very intrigued by this one. Gonna go on the Goodreads, see if anybody I know has read it, but it sounds interesting. Has anyone else heard of this? Because I never heard of it. Blackbird by Anna Carey. Blackbird is the first book in a duology. Basically, a girl wakes up in Los Angeles, no memory of who she is or anything. All she knows is she wakes up and she has a backpack next to her, and it has clothes, $1,000, a phone number, and a note that tells her not to call the police. So she has no idea who she is or what the hell any of this is. She has a blackbird tattoo on her wrist and a number of some sort, and she finds out one thing quickly, and that is that people are trying to kill her. So basically she has to figure out who she is and not die. No bigs. It looks pretty short, like something I could get through pretty quickly, and it sounds really intriguing, so I will be reading this one hopefully soon. And then from Harper, I got 2 books that are part of series I have not read yet. I think this is book 2, and the first book is Avalon. It's a sci-fi thriller, I know that. This is Willow Grove, which is the last book in the Hemlock series, which it is a series that I want to read. I just haven't yet. It is a werewolf book, which I don't really read werewolf books, but I heard really good things about this one. So I am going to definitely, now that all 3 books are out, I'm going to take a look into this one. A Cold Legacy. This is the 3rd and final book in the Madman's Daughter trilogy. I read The Madman's Daughter, which I really, really loved. It was creepy, and gothic. And this one is inspired by Frankenstein. So I need to catch up and read book 2, but I kind of held off on it because I didn't hear great things about it. Like, actually, I heard really bad things. And I'm hoping that maybe I'll love both of them. We'll see. Very excited for these because, oh, the first book was crazy and awesome. The next one is one I'm really excited for. Playlist for the Dead. It is about a boy whose best friend commits suicide, and he tries to figure out why by listening to the playlist that he left behind. I always get burned by this, but it says for fans of John Green, Matthew Quick, Stephen Chbosky, and Jay Asher, which I love all 4 of their books. So I hope that this is good and that it is along those lines. Sounds good. This comes out January 27th. The next one I got is Twisted Fate. This one comes out January 20th. This cover actually has changed. This is not the final cover. It's about 2 sisters, and there's a boy who moves in next door, and the one sister is like uber crushing on him, and the other one, in her mind, he screams like psychopath weirdo to her, and she wants to protect her sister. I don't really know that much besides that, but it sounds really intriguing. And I always like books about sisters, so I will definitely be reading this one. And last but not least is The Prey. This one is out January 20th, and it is the start of a new series. And the society is just really concerned with creating like a master civilization. And so there's this group of boys, and they thought all along the people overseeing them were teaching them to be soldiers, but in fact, they're raising them to be sold off as bait and hunted because they are less thans, like that's their status. They're not part of like the plan for master civilization. So the boys escape and they join forces with these girls who have been imprisoned and experimented on. It sounds crazy and fast-paced and intense, and I hope it is as good as it sounds because it sounds like the start of a very interesting trilogy. So that is my book haul for the first half of September. I would love to know if you've heard of any of these, if you've read any of them. Let me know what you think I should check out first, and let me know what you're reading in the comments. I hope it's something good. Bye!